Alright, y'all, so check this out. So if y'all don't know, about 2 weeks ago, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was reportedly delayed. And I took a minute to cover this because I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had all my facts right. And I kind of sort of still don't, because Rocksteady didn't come out and make a statement of themselves to say, hey, we're delaying our game till later part of 2023. So nobody has came out to say anything. We just have a few reports saying that the game is delayed. So we're all going off of this game is delayed. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people are looking forward to this game. Now, I do want to go over some of the reasons, the possible reasons as to why the game has been delayed. A lot of people, again, have been speculating, again, with no statement from Rocksteady themselves. These are just, you know, hearsay. Some reports and some articles say that the game has been delayed simply because of the fact that people didn't like it. This is the main reason why the game is delayed. It's people had a very bad reaction to the game. They didn't care for it. They didn't like it. As far as the aspects of the game that most people don't like, the ones that I've been seeing is the fact that these beloved characters, Harley Quinn, King Shark, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang, they don't use guns. Only person that does is Deadshot. So the fact that we have these characters that uses guns, it kind of that was one reason why people didn't care for it. Another thing is, this was one of the biggest things, is it being a live service game. If you guys don't know, live service games have been like the living hell for any AAA game out here. No one really cares for live service. Honestly, live service is what everybody believed killed Marvel's Avengers, and the Marvel's Avengers didn't do too well at all. And I do think it was because of its live service, and it's with live service games you actually have to support your game, and it always a lot of live service games have left a bad taste in people's mouths, and it made it where, you know, when you try to shove a game like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League down someone else's throat and say, hey, it's live service, you kind of make it where nobody wants to play it because it's a live service game, and that's like, you know, that's a big red flag. So, and believe me when I tell you, I get it, I understand it. I typically don't really care whether it's live service or not because I'm cool with it. You know, I think they said most of the stuff is gonna be not free, but you can get it from the currency in game. You don't really have to buy anything for the in-game currency. But I don't know for sure because of the fact that we haven't heard anything back from Rocksteady about anything. It feels like the whole process with this game has just been like kind of forced, you know. As again, yeah, I'm 100% for the idea of the Suicide Squad game. I don't mind the shooter aspect. I don't mind the live service. I, however, do understand where everybody's issue comes in at. Another issue is that the game cannot be played offline. And I feel like that's what that if they do delay this game, that's probably what they're going to delay it to fix. So we can be able to play this game without an internet connection. Because I remember that pissed everybody off because of the simple fact that we cannot play the game if we don't have an internet connection. And some things happen, like if you have Xfinity, outages happen damn near every other week. That is a part of of having Xfinity, dealing with outages. So it's a buttload of reasons as to why this game has been delayed, or why it's been speculated to be delayed. There has been no communication on Rocksteady's side to say, hey, you know, this game isn't coming out on the date. So I'm rooting for it to come out when it was first announced to come out. But if not, then I guess we're just gonna sit here and deal with it. But I would tell y'all my personal opinion is that when games start getting delayed more than once, I start to worry. If games like Gotham Knights was delayed, Forspoken was delayed, and both of those games they were very underwhelming when they released. No one really cared for those two games. I liked Gotham Knights, and Forspoken, I tolerated Forspoken for what it was, because I mean, why not? It was an open world game, but and you had a whole bunch of magic at your disposal. The problem with the game was the open world was empty, the combat felt floaty, the traversal was good, but it was still inconsistent. So things in that game was a little off. Same thing with Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights, the open world was great. They definitely delivered when they said, well, this game is gonna have a lot of activity going on in the city, and that's cool and all. I think that's cool. It was a really dope idea. The problem came in when you beat the game and you've done all of the side missions and stuff like that, and there's nothing else left to do except grind gear to, build your character. And as cool as that is, it got boring. You're fighting the same enemy factions. You're literally using the same skills, same moves, fighting the same bosses over and over again to get the gear that you want. And it just feels a little, the value of the game diminished once you beat it, And you gotta make sure you have aspects in these games to keep playing. Like I'm telling you, once I beat Forspoken, I deleted the game off my system. It wasn't something I wanted to continue to play. Now I will download it back to play the DLC, but it's just one of those games. But that's what a delay would do. You would think that you're delaying it to fix it, but in reality, what you're doing is you're saying, the game isn't ready to come out, and when it comes out, it'll never really truly be ready to come out. Avengers was another one of those games that I believe it got delayed like once or twice. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know Avengers did get delayed. And that game, one of my favorite superhero games, to be honest with you, because they made it where you could actually play as a character, and they play different from other characters. If you were Captain America, you were Captain America. Simple. The issue with that game was the lack of communication, the lack of interaction with your fan base, with your community that you build from your game, and you don't go out and say a damn thing about the game. And day one patches still consisted way after the game was released. Way after the day one patch, these network connections and everything, they persisted in this game, which is what these are the things that a lot of streamers and stuff have just been dealing with, and it's been slowly killing your game until we get to the last day of March and the game is officially dead. No more content, no more characters, nothing else is being made for this game because the fan base of the game just completely vanished because y'all wasn't supporting it. So I think the main thing that'll fix Suicide Squad is the support. Yeah, I keep on adding these characters. I will say, though I am on board with the shooter aspect of the game, I think it was a bad idea. You got these characters that have their own fighting styles, and their abilities were unique to themselves. You got Captain Boomerang, whose weapon was a boomerang, and King Shark, he was a walking man shark, and Harley was just a crazy white girl with a bat. Like, why would you give these people guns? Deadshot was the only one that's supposed to have a gun. So yes, believe me when I tell you, I definitely agree with the fact that these people should not have guns. They just shouldn't. We should be able to play as these characters instead of playing as characters with a Captain Boomerang skin on, who talks like him and shoots a gun. I mean, like, it is a little odd, and I highly doubt that this delay is gonna take that aspect out of the game. But I will tell you that this delay would probably just fix the typical things like the internet connection and maybe the live service. Maybe they'll make everything in the battle pass free to earn. I don't know, but it is I think this really did concern me. It took me a minute to actually come out and talk about this game because I was one of the few that was really excited, and there's a few other streamers and content creators that are still very excited for this game. And a lot of people blame the community for the reason why it's delayed, because there was an article that stated that it has been delayed because of the negative feedback that the game had received. And I'm not gonna come out here and just blame all the people you know, for saying that this game is trash and, you know, this doesn't look like an Arkham game. Oh, listen, I'm not gonna sit back here and be like, you know, you need to shut up because you don't know what you're talking about. And yeah, honestly, everybody, you are completely just in your actions, man, and your opinions. That's what you believe. That's what you think, and I'm 100% for it. I get it and I understand it. I do oppose because I think that, you know, it was a unique way to look at the game, and so people think it's your typical live service. I personally just want to play the game. To be honest with you, I just want to play the game. I'm all for RPGs and building my character and all this and that, and I think that's what captivated me the most about this game. The one thing that made me just like, nah, this game ain't it, was the shooting the orbs. You know, if you ever looked, they were shooting like the purple orbs, and it was just, that was a little bad. But other than that, honestly, bro, I'm just like, but it ain't nothing really wrong with this game, man. I think it's gonna be pretty cool, in my honest opinion. But you guys let me know what you feel about it in the comments. Let me know what you think about the game, what you think about the delay, if you think that it's a well worth delay, or if you just think a lot of players were overreacting. I want to know what you think. I don't think so, but let me know if you're still excited about this game. I'm still excited, but I got my shields up, man. I got my shields up. So if you made it this far into the video and you liked it, go ahead and drop that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell to get notified when these videos go live. It's been real. Exclusive Chris is out. Peace.